Okay, so I hate to start off the whole month of 30 days of Techmas with sort of a Debbie Downer type video, but this is one that I feel like is kind of a long time coming, so we need to have a little bit of a chat here. Okay, so obviously the landscape regarding tech sucks. Okay, we're obviously well aware that buying stuff is very difficult. Inflation is out of control. Pricing is out of control. If you can find something, you can't afford it. And then you get to watch like channels like ours talk about this sort of stuff, which only makes you a little bit more triggered. So you guys ask us to do different kinds of videos, and we do those videos, and then the views just plummet. So I wanna have a serious conversation right now about what it is exactly people want from us. Nick and Phil and I take what we do very seriously. We enjoy what we do, but we don't enjoy doing what we do and what I've been doing for the last 10 years, and then suddenly we're bad guys for doing what it is that we've always been doing. The entire tech sphere is it's just dropping like a rock right now. It's not just, our channel's views are down, everyone's are down. So this is not a problem that is specific to our channel. And although this video is gonna sound extremely whiny, I think it's extremely important to allow you guys to have a voice in one spot where we don't have to try and pick out what's the trolling, what's the haters, what's the actual constructive criticisms, trying to look all over the different places to find them, and give you guys one place to speak your minds right now. Obviously, I've been trying not to do a lot of computer builds because they are just in your face. And we get it. You guys are tired of seeing channels like ours build stuff because in your minds, you think we just write an email and things just show up. And that's absolutely not the way it is. In fact, I've received the least amount of product/video cards in the last 18 months than I ever have in any launch period of any product, simply because of the fact that we turn it down more often than not, because we don't want that product coming to us when it could be seeded to the public, giving another person or 10 people or whatever another chance to buy something. So whenever we do builds, we're griped at because people say it's not fair, they're just giving stuff for free. Secondly, we try and come up with other fun type projects like case mods, or we just talk about things that are available, new cases, and we don't talk about power supplies and stuff because that's just boring crap no one wants to actually watch a video about. I mean, how do we do a 10-minute video about a power supply? I mean, I wouldn't watch that. I wouldn't expect you to either. So we try and come up with fun other types of content. How-to type videos, or showing data type videos where it's like, hey, this game is doing this with your system, yada, yada, yada. And other than the New World debacle, these things are just not performing. I get that it's the holidays. Our views are still not terrible, but they are only eliciting about 5% of our subscribers to actually watch the video. The other thing that's sort of happening here is that people are all kinds of mad at YouTube. People are mad at YouTube about the dislike button, right? About the whole dislike button thing. I've seen people commenting on Twitter like, well, screw it, I'm just not gonna watch YouTube anymore because it took away my dislike button. As a content creator, I'm here to tell you, you're not hurting YouTube by doing that. You're hurting the content creator. You're not hurting NVIDIA by boycotting watching anyone's video, our videos, Paul's videos, Linus's, Kyle's, whatever. You're not hurting them by not watching content or supporting your content creators. You're hurting your content creators. And it's the kind of stuff that we've sort of become like the shield for those brands, taking all the abuse up front when you guys are mad at those brands. Trust me, we're frustrated by it too. But I wanna know what it is, what kind of content you guys wanna do. I did something in November that I've never done before. And that was get brands at a time right now when product is extremely difficult to get your hands on, to donate product to us that we could give away every single day of the month. Every single day of the month we had a giveaway running. We had 4 major giveaways, over $20,000 in product. But the amount of gripes and complaints I got about that even just reminds me why I quit doing giveaways to begin with. It was supposed to be the month of giving, and all it was the month of giving Jay crap. And it's tiresome, it's fatiguing. And no one, Phil, Nick, myself, Brian, or any other content creator, we don't want to read that crap. We want to have people be supportive and happy for one another that someone was able to receive something. But yet, more often than not, all I saw were people griping about their apparently hoaxes, their fronts for me to take the product, give it to friends, and pretend to be giving it away, which, by the way, I don't need a giveaway to give stuff to people. I give stuff to people because I can, and I make videos about it. I don't need some fake giveaway to do that. If I want to give someone something, I'm going to give it to them, and I'm going to show you guys me giving it to them. That's the way this works around here, and that's what I've built. That's a community I've built, and that's something I love to do. But I don't know what you guys want. I'm going to be honest. I've been doing this a decade now, and I've never felt more lost doing YouTube than I do right now this minute. Linus did a video recently about building his team up, and that's no surprise. Linus has been building his team for 13 years. But the timing's kind of odd for us because we've already decided that going into January, we're going to start looking for somebody that can bring more deep dive type content into our channel, doing deep dive testing, getting equipment that will allow them to give us a more a non-tech type of content, not necessarily the deepest dive like you get with a non-tech. There's so many written articles out there, videos as well, that just go extremely deep dive. We want to go deeper than we do. Right now, we only scratch the surface because I feel like I'm a channel that's for the everyday PC guy, the guy that just needs to know enough to get by, maybe troubleshoot some of his stuff, be able to work on his hardware, clean his system, not be afraid of doing water cooling, not going down there and talking about, you know, the nuances and the crazy intricate details of how a processor works. Because most people, honestly, in my opinion, don't care about the way it works. They just care about what the performance is, and that's something we like talking about. But I know many of you are thirsty for that sort of content. So we want to build our team to do that. But it's scary to think about building the team when things are such a decline right now in terms of the YouTube sphere. It's kind of a two-part responsibility here in terms of why it seems like everything is just sinking when it comes to tech. It's not just viewer fatigue of seeing product that is too expensive to buy if you can find it. It's YouTube itself not even letting features that you guys have signed up for even work. No one's getting recommendations, no one's getting bell notifications, and no one's getting emails regarding videos going live. YouTube has almost just entirely stopped doing that. While you've got the Mr. Beast in the world getting 125 million views in 5 days because they take a concept somebody else came up with, rip it off and call it their own, and then suddenly make a ton of money on it. So you've got content creators like Mr. Beast that are just biting off other stuff, making it theirs, making them super popular. And it sucks for me because I'm trying to educate and do stuff and teach people this particular world, which a lot of people are afraid of. I feel like actually giving people content that's good for their minds, and it's frustrating to see that just not be adopted. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's us. I don't know if it's our presentation style. I don't know if it's the subject matter or all of the above. So I need you guys to seriously give some constructive feedback on what you want to see here at Jay's Two Cents. Do you want to see more deep dives? Do you want to see more exploding custom loops like we do with air pressure because we're curious as to what point it blows up? There's times where we're super creative because we love what we're doing, we've got great community feedback, and there's times like right now where it's just completely a black cloud, it's depressing, and we're sort of lost and don't know what we're doing. Because I'm leaving November now, hoping that I was gonna feel just kind of re-energized with the amazing community that we have, where I feel more beat up by November because of just the landscape of everything. Yes, coronavirus sucks, and it affects everything in the world right now, and inflation being the number one thing that is causing, obviously, our genre to be completely screwed by that. But we have no control over that. And us being attacked for that doesn't seem very fair to me. I mean, there's bad content creators, there's also bad viewers. And I'm asking that you guys not be a bad viewer. I'm asking that you guys give constructive feedback, suggestions on what you guys want to see, so we can zero in on the kind of content that you want to see and align it with the content we like making. If we can find that intersect, that's where we hone in, and that's the kind of content that we create. I mean, like right now, I'm gonna be building myself a system for 12900K that I'm gonna be taking home and using so I can see what the nuances of that E-core, P-core hybrid CPU is, testing it on Windows 11, testing it on DDR5. And although that sounds like a lot of fun, taking a system home that I know right now is going to potentially have a lot of early adopter problems doesn't sound like fun for me, but it's the way we give you guys the information. But it's like, I don't even want to show a video of me building it because all I'm going to get are people complaining about the fact that we're just handed DDR5 and handed GPUs and stuff. Almost every GPU you see in these videos that we do is the same GPU, one of like 4 of them being passed around with different systems, and we yank it out and put it into something else because of the fact that we are trying not to be gluttons and overstepping our bounds and taking stuff that we don't need. There's this perceived notion of how we operate versus the reality of how we operate. And I'm a little tired of those two being blurred with people telling us how we operate rather than actually knowing how we do things around here. Yes, this video sounds extremely whiny. Yes, this video sounds extremely entitled. But I'm telling you right now, in the 10 years I've been doing YouTube, I have never seen anything like this. And we need your guys' help to navigate where we go from here. Sound off in the comments below. What do you want to see? Think before you type. What do you really want to see here? And if you're done watching this channel, say that. That's perfectly fine as well. Tell us why you're done watching this channel. Why you no longer are interested is just as important as those that are still interested in what they want to see. Thanks for watching. This is your time to speak up. We will be reading the comments. We'll see you guys in the next one.